I'll be starting here shortly. Just getting everything loaded and ready to go, and doing all that pre-stream promotional stuff where I post a link everywhere. Ran into a problem trying to find my VR headset. Not the headset, but one of the hand controllers. I moved it and forgot where I put them. We'll be getting started here shortly. Now it's just a matter of waiting for the game to finish loading, but I can go ahead and I kind of wish I had a Steam Deck, or not a Stream Deck, so I could actually like just hotkey this stuff. And there we go. Parker Boots gravy. Oh, it's doing the thing where it's going to pretend to crash. Damn, both my okay. While I'm waiting for it to load, I have two phones, right? I have my old phone right here. My old phone, which when I upgraded to my new phone, they're like, "Well, you can keep it because it's only worth like $10." I was like, "Okay, cool." So this is like when I'm riding my motorcycle, this is the phone that sits on my handlebars, and I connect to this phone to get music. But this phone only connects on Wi-Fi anymore, so like it's basically just a glorified a mini tablet at home. I then have my new phone, which with like on long road trips, I'll pair the two of them together and use like GPS on that one, and this one will just be like a hotspot for that one. Well, I posted something on Reddit, and it's taking off, and I keep getting comments, and both phones are simultaneously like not simultaneously, but out of sync of each other, vibrating to the notifications. It's kind of silly. All right. And I don't have... There it is. It's not necessarily causing a bunch of problems. It's just a weird situation that I think is funny. Where's my mouse pointer? Oh, god damn it! It's doing this weird thing where it keeps like minimizing, not minimizing, but doing like the window view where it's like, do you want to see every program that is currently running on this window? There we go. So last week when I was playing this, I started retracing the Distant Worlds 2 expedition, and funny can either be good or bad. Yeah. I'm retracing the Distant Worlds 2 expedition, but basically it's a xenobiology run. We really haven't found any xenobiology, but we're also only part of the way through to the first waypoint. Well, waypoint, technically waypoint 2. Yeah, we're like 71 jumps away from the official, what was originally the waypoint 2 for Distant Worlds 2. So, we still have a ways to go. We're still finding a lot of systems that have already been discovered and everything by other players, either during Distant Worlds 2 or subsequently. We explored this planet a little bit. I didn't really find anything of any interest on this rock.
Landing gear retracted.
Fly down this canyon a little bit. It's kind of fun to do. This is like a 2-kilometer deep canyon. Oh, that's cool. So we've got a red dwarf there. We have another planet. This is a binary planet here. We can see the other planet there. Our next jump point, and then the sun is the star, not the sun. Is I wonder what the star is. The parent star for this. That can't be the parent star. That's got to be the. Well, maybe that is the parent star. I kind of want to check out this planet. I don't remember if we scanned this planet or not, but I want to check this planet out. It looks like it might be promising.
Frameshift drive charging. Frameshift drive charging. 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Those 3 probes should be sufficient enough. Oh, it's already been mapped? It must have already been mapped and we didn't find anything interesting on it. Okay. Alright, so we'll just make our jump to our next star.
Frameshift drive charging.
Frameshift drive charging. Ah.
3, 2, 1. Engage.
So I think last week too when I was playing this, I was kind of talking about how I was going to keep it short because I was kind of feeling down. Having some sad boy hours. Alright, just honk the horn.
Fuel scooping.
72 bodies, goddamn! What's the map of this system look like? First discovered, but not mapped. That one's been mapped. Yeah, woo, yeah, oh, like 72. That's. There are systems with more. See, this has been mapped, but no first footfall, so I'm going to assume there's probably nothing good on them. Oh, I'm not gonna. All right, do we want to take some time to explore some of these? God damn it! Now, like even Discord's going off.
Fuel scoping complete.
All right, so do we take the time to explore some of these planets? Like, that one's been mapped. You know, I'm going to explore this one. This one, it's far away. But it looks promising. Deep space exploration is all about taking risks. If I'm remembering correctly, looking at the map, that one may be a planet with an atmosphere that we can land on. So, if it is, cool. It might have biological signs, and we can take some samples. So I was streaming yesterday, and I kind of hinted at this, that my work schedule might be changing. I'll be going like 9 to 5, Monday through Friday. If that's the case, then that will actually make streaming so much easier, because I'll be able to stream like 3-4 nights a week, like after work, like starting at 7 p.m. like I did tonight. I don't know when it'll be changing. It may be changing soon. It may even be changing next week. I don't know. But if it does, then it'll be easier for me to stream more frequently. One of my current problems with streaming is, like, tomorrow night I'm going to be off of work by like 8:30, and no one wants to. I don't want to start a stream at like 8:30. I don't want to come home. It takes about 20 minutes to get home. I don't want to come home and start a stream at like 9:30 at night. That's just a bit ridiculous. Honestly, and like something I might do too with this expedition of Distant Worlds 2.5, as I'm calling it, is I might not. I might continue this expedition without streaming all of it. Like, I'm gonna set like a stream schedule once my work schedule changes, and like some days it'll be Elite Dangerous, some days it may be Run 8, some days it may be Railroader. Like, kind of keep things. Like, have a specific day for specific games. But if there's a day where I just feel like I want to play more Elite Dangerous, like a Saturday afternoon, and I'm not at work and I'm not doing anything else, like I might just run, get some jumps in and get, some progress done on this expedition, and probably not be streaming it. Maybe I'll record some stuff. Maybe I'll actually like do like some gameplay recording for YouTube. And I'm gonna start. Sending all of my live streams to YouTube. So if you're watching this on YouTube after the fact, check my link or check my Twitch channel. That's where I stream live. I don't do the multi-stream to YouTube and Twitch. And part of that is you're technically not supposed to do that if you are an affiliate or partner or whatever level I am on Twitch. You're technically not supposed to do that. It goes against like the terms and conditions of being able to get paid. on top of that, the streaming software I use, while it has that functionality built into it to stream to multiple platforms, like I used to stream to Facebook and Twitch at the same time. The problem I've ran into is now the stream to YouTube or Twitch, like the streaming software will only let me stream to one platform at a time. If I want to stream to multiple platforms, it's locked behind a paywall, and I'm like, ah. What I really need to do is I need to figure out how to get. So I'm using Streamlabs. I need to sit down one of these days and get OBS to work correctly, because OBS is supposedly far better than Streamlabs. Ugh. I just have some problems with like some of the OBS like interface, not like some of the things I want to do with streaming. OBS will do way better, but it's harder to set up. Like I don't know how I get, like I have chat overlay, like you guys have chat there, I have chat in game right there. That would be fine, but the chat that's on screen that you guys can see, I don't know if that would translate. Like I don't know if I can get that on there. My banners up top were like when people subscribe and follow. I don't know how I could get those to work on OBS because I just haven't used OBS in so long. Oh, the stars are looking very different as well. I love as you get further and further away from like the main star of a system, because it's like gets dimmer and dimmer. It becomes easier and easier to see all the other stars, and to think that like almost all of these other stars are stars that I could fly my ship to, with the exception of like that cluster right there, like dead center of the screen right there. That's I think another galaxy, which we can't yet fly to other galaxies. However, no one's around. None of the members of the Dark Wheel hopefully are watching. Raxla. Somewhere on the Fortimine Rift. Or somewhere near the Fortimine Rift. Possibly. There's a planet called Raxla, which apparently has a gateway to other galaxies. But you didn't hear it from me. Now, Streamlabs is based on OBS, but, well, more optimized for whatever Streamlabs is. Yeah, Streamlabs OBS is just a reskinning and tooling of OBS to make it easier and more user-friendly, which is why I gravitated towards it. You only have OBS to record footage, did some with voiceovers. Yeah, so, Streamlabs is more geared towards beginners and people who don't know how to do all the fancy interfaces, and OBS is like production quality stuff. Like the next thing up from that is like paid software and switchers and stuff. And I would like to make a switch to OBS because I've heard not good things about Streamlabs. I have to figure out how to get like all of my settings right, like all my overlays and pop-ups and stuff that I have, and my scenes. Like I'd have to remake them all, which is doable. It's just that's a lot of work. But I guess if I'm going to try and stream more frequently, it's worth it. All right, 2 minutes until we are at the planet that we're flying towards. This is where I kind of wish we had like a built-in, like the game had a built-in web browser, so I could just be like just looking down at my phone. Oh, this is a person I played with like forever and a half ago. I did some multi-crew with this guy. Back in July of last year. Damn. Almost a year ago. I haven't ran into another player since April 8th. But it's crazy to think, like, if we scroll far enough down, like, multi-crew. These were probably people I ran into when I was coming back from the Distant Worlds 2 expedition. And then I stopped playing, and then I kind of came back for a while in July. As long as I keep the throttle right there in the blue, it'll auto throttle, slow me down, or speed me up as we get closer. Than that little circle there with the blue dot, as long as I keep those little thin crosshairs pointed at it, we're locked on target. Power management pips. I always keep 3 to engine and 2 to system. That 4 to engines, 4 to engine. 4 pips to engine gives me maximum thrust and recharge time on the boost, so that way I can have the maximum maneuverability of this ship, which is kind of, for how heavy and big this ship is, it's kind of nimble. It's nimble for a yacht. And I'm pretty sure that one right there, dead center where I'm looking, and that one right up there, kind of more dead center of where I'm looking, those are both other galaxies. Alright, we're getting closer and closer. Problem is, I am flying towards another planet, which also is pulling me in, so it actually causes the ship to decelerate slower. As the planet's gravity well is actually pulling me in. There's the gas giant. There's the stars as a... Picking up some other discoveries as we get closer to some of these other systems. The other planets and moons. Is it going to go dark as we... Oh, we just skirted around the edge of that planet. I was hoping to get a little bit of an eclipse from that, but you got the light coming through the rings. Oh, this is a small planet, so 2 probes. So, 1, 2.
Surface scanned by 50%. Surface scan complete.
Womp. No biological signs. Let's see. But we've mapped it so I can get some details on it. Surface pressure, 37 atmospheres. So yeah, we're not landing on that. Since we're here, we'll check another one of these moons. Yeah, 37 atmospheres worth of pressure. We're not landing on that. There's one system that during the Distant Worlds 2 expedition I landed on, and it had fog on the ground, which was something that was rare. And I'm thinking that that planet in the most recent, in the Odyssey update, when the planet overhaul system and everything, I wonder if that planet, got a tentative atmosphere, and if it looks any different since when I visited. Gravity well, and I'm not slowing down like I wanted to. So I'm hoping to, at some point, revisit that planet. I have it bookmarked, and I check it every so often on one of the Elite Dangerous mapping websites, and no one else has visited it since I have. So I know there's no chance anyone else has landed on it. And I kind of want to revisit a system discovered by me.
Surface scanned by 50%.
What? Thought that would have gotten everything, and it didn't. So no efficiency bonus. What? Like 1%. It went up 1% with a third probe. So a fourth probe has to be sent. Damn. Yeah, not really anything of interest here. Alright, well. Let's just go ahead and make the jump to the next star system, because I don't want to spend too long here.
Frameshift drive charging. Three, two, one, engage.
As if I sit there and map all those planets, like, it could be done. Like, you absolutely could spend a whole day in one system just mapping and scanning every planet, but I've got a long way to go.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
I'm just having a problem with my headset, like, not sitting on my face right, and it's like... It's one of those things where I'll get it dialed in one day, and it'll be nice and comfy, and then the next time I go to wear it, it's not. And today's one of those days where it's not.
Frameshift drive charging.
But this is a game that I just refuse to play flat screen. I'm almost to the point where it's like, if I'm playing a flight simulator, like Flight Dangerous, or Microsoft Flight Simulator, DCS, like, I'm playing them in VR. I don't want to play them flat screen. Which sucks, because, like, if I want to live stream playing Flight Simulator, I can't do it in VR. Like, it just, like, the everything refuses to work together correctly to get VR to work. And that's what kind of sucks too, is like, Star Citizen would be a lot of fun to play in VR, but they don't have VR support. No one has mapped either one of these. You know what? Fuck it. How long is it going to take to get to this one? We'll see. Ooh, that one's out there. This might take a while. Let the ship get up to some speed while I see what notification my phone just got. The problem is, like, some of these systems, like, they'll have planets are so far out that it's, for one reason or another, unobtainable to get to them. Because I have I have about 2 hours of fuel, and that's saying 4 hours to get there at my current speed. Now I am accelerating. But it's still saying 2 hours, so I would be out of fuel. Okay, now I'd have enough fuel to do it, but I wouldn't have enough fuel to jump away. Okay, now I'd be able to make it and still have fuel. But I don't think we all want to sit here and watch me talk for an hour. Well, I do nothing. Oh, wait. That's all my streams are. $32 minutes, that's not too bad. How many people are watching? Not that many people. Hydrate for 500. I don't have any water, and I don't want to. I have like a bottle of water, but it's all the way over there. That's one of the problems. Is there's a program I use called OpenVR Chat. Or not OpenVR. Yeah, it is OpenVR Chat. And it's a program that works with Steam VR to put chat right there so I can see you guys. Hi, chat. And if you ever notice, I don't know if you guys can see it or not. I think you can. If you see me looking over there, it's because I'm looking at chat. But it only sees what Twitch sees. It doesn't see any of the stuff that pops up on Streamlabs. So if you use like a reward, like unlock something, I don't see it. If you send bits, I think bits pop up there and subscriptions. But also I have Audible notifications that play, so. Man, we are doing 230C. We're going 236 times faster than the speed of light. And it's still going to take almost 17 minutes to get there. I'm like somewhere. No, oh, we are the. That is us. That little dot right there, that's us. And we're going there. I'm going to land on this. I'm going to get first footfall because this is a challenge to get to this planet. Oh, so I was mentioning this earlier while we have a few minutes. So last week I was feeling kind of down and depressed because I had been listening to podcasts, and I'd specifically been listening to the last 2 episodes of the Rooster Teeth podcast, and I'd been listening to So All Right with Jeff from Rooster Teeth talking about the Rooster Teeth shutdown. And I realized that company was such a support, like unintentional supportive pillar in my life, that company going away like really was making me really sad, and that's why I was upset last week. And like tomorrow is the last day that the website, like the company officially shut down. It is gone. Their last day, like office day, I think was Saturday. And tomorrow the website and like all the apps shut down. I've installed the apps on like everything that I have. So both of my phones have them. My living room TV and my bedroom TV have them. I gotta activate it on my bedroom TV. Although it's like, why active? Like I want it activated so that way at least it's linked to my account. Just because I want it linked to my account. So I'll probably do that after the stream. But it still makes me really sad that this company is going away because it was such a part of like me growing up and helped me get through a lot of hard times. And so like the last couple of days I've been making sure to only wear my Rooster Teeth merch, and I realize I have quite a few Rooster Teeth shirts. I even had a couple of shirts I haven't worn in a long time. Like this shirt, my Ask Me About My Zombie Plan shirt, is a red versus blue shirt that I haven't worn in years. And actually I was wearing one of my all-time favorite Rooster Teeth shirts, which unfortunately I had to take it off because it is just the right shade of yellow that when there's any shadow on it, my green screen, like the chroma key freaks out. But I have this shirt from when I went to RTX last year, and it is one of my favorite shirts. And I was wearing that today, and I had to take it off to stream because it fucks with the chroma key. Like it's not green, it's a yellow shirt, but somehow the shadows on it are the same shade of greenish gray that my green screen is. Or the chroma key at least sees the gray as green and freaks out. So I had to change it, but it's one of my favorite shirts, and yeah, I'm really upset that like I know the people behind the company aren't going away. Like I've already started finding, like I said this, I made a vlog the other day about it, but I said in my vlog, like I'm gonna start following some of my favorite personalities. You know, I went through Instagram and like I added like 10 different people that I like from Instagram, from Rooster Teeth. I had Twitch up before while I was eating dinner, and I was like going through one of the Reddit posts, and I was adding some of the people. Like I'm very picky and choosy about who I follow on Twitch. I only follow like 12 people. But I'm starting to add some of the Rooster Teeth personalities. That way, if they start streaming to Twitch, I can, you know, follow them there. God damn, Reddit is really going off on this post. So I paid for the Rooster Teeth first subscription, right? Well, they ended up refunding me, but they only refunded me 28 cents. And I said, what do I do with all this money? And someone said, put it in your Roth IRA and wait 30,921 years and thank me later. My descendants will thank you later. I'll put that 28 cents in a Roth IRA. But yeah, they refunded me like 28 cents. I'm like, you didn't have to, guys. I kind of wish I could just throw that 28 cents back at them and be like, look, figure it out. It's your 28 cents. I don't care. I don't need it. I don't want it. I love your company enough that I don't care about a refund. Like, everyone started canceling their first memberships when the shutdown was announced. And, like, mine renewed, like, 2 days after the shutdown was announced. I'm like, whatever. I'll keep mine. I will keep my first membership as active until they, like, have to forcibly shut it down, which I guess they did. And something that bothers me, and I'm switching gears here. Something that bothers me is I feel like I'm only allowed to be upset about things for a very short amount of time. Like Rooster Teeth shutting down, I'm only allowed to be upset about it once. Like I made one video about it, and I had one conversation on one Discord about it, and then I felt like after that I couldn't talk about it anymore. And so I bottled up my feelings for a while about it. And then last week when I was streaming and I was feeling really down, is shortly after that I recorded another vlog kind of going into more details about my feelings and everything. Because I'm still upset about it. And I know eventually I'm going to reach a point where I'm not upset about it anymore and I don't want to talk about it because I've moved on. But it's like, you know, a friend has passed away. There's a grieving period. And I just feel like so many times when something bad happens, I'm only allowed to be upset about it for so long before everyone hates me about it. Like, when I found out my ex went to prison, I was really upset about that. And, like, it seemed like after day 3 of complaining to people and talking about it and just trying to wrap my head around it and come to terms with everything and just talk so that way I felt like I was being listened to. And even though I was being listened to, I just wanted to keep saying the same stuff over and over again. And I got the impression from everyone around me that they didn't want to hear about it anymore, so I stopped talking about it, even though it was still kind of fucking with me. Even talking to my therapist about it, like, I feel like I've beaten that horse, that dead horse, so many times. But I realized, like, I need to talk about these things. I need to, like, keep venting. And if it's too much, you guys don't want to hear it, let me know, and I'll move on to something else. And I'll talk about the stuff later. But the Rooster Teeth shutting down is really, really getting me, and I actually thought about, like, nothing bad, but I thought about, like, wearing all of my Rooster Teeth merch one last time, and then, like, folding it up all really nicely and putting it in a plastic tote and just bringing it out for special occasions. But then I realized almost all of the shirts fit me really well, except for one is really tight around the neck, which will probably stretch out eventually. One of them I'm sad because I got people to sign it, and then I bought the shirt and was like, I really like this shirt, it's so cool, and then people signed it and I couldn't get another one, so I keep wearing the one that's signed and all the signatures have washed off, and I'm like, well, they're faded. Yeah, Rooster Teeth, the company that made Red vs. Blue, they officially shut down this weekend. Like, their last day was the 11th. They announced that they were shutting down like 2 months ago. And they were like, it's at least really nice that we're getting like 60 days to wind down. Most people, when their companies get shut down, it's like you're told about it that day. Like, you get an email that morning that the company's shut down, and you show up to the office and the doors are locked. And it was really nice that Warner Brothers at least let them, like, run out 60 days to finish up the projects they were working on and to kind of, like, help the community move on. And for a lot of reasons, I'm really upset about the shutdown. But I'm also really glad that I got to be a part of the community in some small way. Like, I got to go to RTX last year, which I tried live streaming the drive there, and I had problems with it. And I was going to go to RTX again this year. And I was going to ride my motorcycle, but then they announced back in January that they weren't going to do RTX. And I was like, well, I was kind of sad about that. And I was like, well, I'm glad I at least got to go to what's possibly the final RTX ever. And then they announced the company's shutting down. And I'm like, I'm glad I got to go to the last RTX ever. Apparently in June, I think it's June, there is a fan meetup. They're all going to meet up at like a bar or something in Austin for like just a community day. And I'm half tempted to try and organize a community day, like an RT community day of my own here in Vegas. Or at least find other people who would want to do it. Alright, we're getting close to this planet. Hades! Ayo! Welcome to the stream, Hades. So yeah, a lot of the people have announced that they are moving on to like other stuff. And some projects have already been announced to like what people are working on. Like some of the podcasts are restarting in some capacity. They did get the final season of Red vs. Blue out, which unfortunately, because I'm so freaking broke, I haven't been able to watch yet. Alright, let's fire some probes at this planet.
Surface scan by 50%.
One of those landed right where another one already landed. Oh shit, that one might miss. Yeah, it sucks because it was like over 500 employees that basically were told you have, 2 months to find a new job. And what sucks is like some of those people had just within the last like couple of months, couple of weeks, I think one of them they had just like a couple days prior had announced that they had hired on like some fresh talent for other shows. And then they're like, oh yeah, by the way, you have like 60 days to no longer work here. I don't think I'm getting an efficiency bonus for this planet. Yeah, goddamn. Definitely not getting the efficiency bonus. See, for me, like, I joined the website. And the first person I've seen on play Elite in VR.
Surface.
Biological signs! Yes! Just what we're looking for. Okay, cool. We're definitely landing. I was gonna land on this planet anyways, but there's a couple of people who I've seen play it. Malik VR, and I'm gonna try and spell his name, but I've seen him play Elite in VR. But yeah, a lot of the people I see play it don't play in VR. The on-foot stuff is what bothers me, playing this game in VR, and then when you go to like walk around on foot is annoying. Switch to combat mode. What I want to do is I want to find the brightest part of this planet, like what is closest to its parent star. And I think I'm on the night side, but this planet might also just be a dark planet. I can't tell. Nope, not what I want to press. Go for it, baby. Yeah, we're gonna... Again, what I want to do is I want to find somewhere with it's well illuminated by the parent star, but this may be like this is around a brown dwarf, I believe. There's not a whole lot of light. In fact, I think I'm going into the darker area. Yeah, it's just getting darker over here.
Orbital flight engaged.
Orbital flight mode. Yeah, so Hades, I'm refollowing the Distant Worlds 2 expedition. I took place in the Distant Worlds 2 expedition a couple years ago when it was running, but I'm refollowing it, taking my time. I'm not gonna bother like hitting all waypoints in any particular hurry, and we're doing this as a xenobiology run, with the eventual goal of having enough money when I get enough data and money when I get back to civilized space to buy a fleet carrier and name it after my favorite bar here in Vegas. So we're back into exploration mode. Yeah, I'm definitely landing. Like, this whole thing has got bacterium all over it. It's a dirty, dirty planet. Biological bacterium of some sort. It's probably going to be hard to find. I have night vision on. It's gonna be a challenge considering I'm only playing this like 1 or 2 nights a week when I stream it. So I'm making like 4 or 5 jumps and then scanning. Like I'm doing a jump, scan, find a planet, do some exploration. So it may take a very long time to reach Beagle Point. We're on our way to Waypoint 2 though. We're a decent way towards. I think I'm like halfway to Waypoint 2. Not even actually. I think I'm like a third of the way to Waypoint 2. All right, lights are coming on. This planet is 0.34 G, so we gotta be mindful of that. It's going to affect how well the ship handles. Yeah, we're gonna leave night vision on. I can't see shit without night vision. Landing gear coming down. I think that might be a spot right there. Got a dark patch right in front of the ship. Yeah, see that on screen?
Deployed.
Yeah, I fell out of love with it too. Like, I finished the Distant Worlds 2 expedition and then just was like, what do I do now? Like, I got to Beagle Point and literally I sat there at Beagle Point thinking to myself, what do I do now? Because my end game goal was to reach Beagle Point, and now like I've beat the game. I have won. What do I do now? And that's when I set off on the return trip, but I was just like, I don't want to play anymore. I eventually made it back, but I was just like, all right, I don't want to. I haven't played the game like seriously in a long time. Okay, that potential specimen I think was really close to right here.
Drive assist off.
This is why I hate playing in VR. This mode right here. Oh, I was so close to it. Look at that. White organic discovered. Yes.
Warning. Dangerously low temperature detected.
Ah, it is cold. Let's get back into the ship. I gotta look straight forward while it's going back into the ship. There we go. Yeah, I mean, I get it that, like, doing full proper VR support would be difficult, but, like, even if all we had was just the ability to look around in VR and still, like, mouse aim and walk, I don't see any problem with that. Like, I know some people complain that that's how you get motion sick, and I don't doubt it.
Drive assist off. Drive assist
Um,
on.
But I also feel like that's a them problem, not a everyone else problem. If you get motion sick playing VR, that should not discourage. That should not be a reason to make it so other people can't play VR. I don't think I'm going to find another sample because it is bacterium and it's little brown splotches like that. It's going to be very difficult to see. The best way to find it is just fly the ship low, nose down, like I was just doing. But we got one sample. We need 2 more, and I got first confirmed footfall. So I don't get motion sick that often. I have gotten motion sick though playing VR. Specifically trying to play play Star Citizen with the VR mod. That actually, because the FOV on that is so fucked up and the game doesn't support it, and the mod only kind of half gets it working, that Star Citizen is the only game where I've actually gotten motion sick playing VR. I've done like DCS, flying F-18s. I've played Aces High, flying, flying World War II fighter planes. I've played War Thunder, flying helicopters. I've played Elite Dangerous. I've played Microsoft Flight Simulator. I've done American Truck Simulator. I've done iRacing. Like, all those things. I've done VR. Like, all those are sitting down games. I've done VR chat. I've done Half-Life Alyx. I've done like Rec Room. Played a ton of VR games. I love VR. And like Star Citizen in like one time when
Drive assist off.
my VR like was my computer and everything was tripping out. I got motion sick in DCS. But like the Star Citizen VR mod and one time in DCS is the only time I've ever gotten motion sick playing VR. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to find another sample here in the SRV. Let's just go ahead and
Drive assist.
we'll pop the scanner once and see what we can come up with. Like, this mode is okay if I could move it closer. Like, it makes it feel like it's a big screen.
Dangerously low temperature detected.
I thought that was a ping, but no, it's just my taillights. I swear it's hitting something. Like, I hear a click, and I don't know if that's it hitting something or not. Yeah, I think it's just the noise that makes. Like, there's a click I'm hearing, and I don't know what it is. Hopefully you watching me play this in VR isn't making you motion sick. I know there's... I was talking to somebody the other day on my stream, and he's like, yeah, I have a hard time watching people play VR games because it makes them motion sick. Or because it makes me motion sick. I'm like, oh. I'm sorry. Now let's head back to our ship. And I'll try and fly in this general direction.
Drive assist off. Drive assist.
What I'm going to do is I'm not going to fly so that way I can follow my tire tracks. I think there was something. Nah, watching VR doesn't affect me. That's cool. That's good. Yeah, I'm currently my work schedule has me working till like 8:30 half the week. And I work until 5 o'clock on Tuesdays. So I try to do like Tuesday VR live stream day. And then like I do like a Monday stream, but I'm not in VR on Mondays. My work schedule probably will be changing in the next couple of days. And I'll go back to like streaming. Once my work schedule changes and I don't have to work until 8:30 at night, then I will have a more consistent stream schedule. I've been trying to keep consistent because that's something I learned from some of the streamers the bigger streamers that I know and follow is like, you have a schedule, stick to it. Be consistent, stick to your schedule. That's how you get viewers. Or that's how you retain viewers. And that's what I've been trying to do. I forgot I have a hotkey for boarding ship. I could have pressed it the entire time.
Drive assist off. Landing gear retracted.
I love that I can see my tire tracks so I can kind of follow where I was. Yes, I thought I was getting a hit on something over here. Yeah, that was me last week. I was feeling like really down last week while I was streaming, and it was kind of nice because at least I had some other people in chat, and we were just BSing about other stuff, and it helped take my mind off of it. And, you know, there was a while where I was streaming a lot, like 4 nights a week, and it was fine. I did eventually, though, hit a wall. It was like twofold. My work schedule changed, and it was harder to stream consistently. My living situation... Oh, samples! My living situation changed, so it was even harder to stream. And then I did reach, like, a burnout. Oh, man, we're samples right there. So it was more than just 2 things, but, like, last... Well, 2 months ago, I moved into my own apartment, and now it's like I can be as loud as I want, and I can stream as often as I want. And my work schedule is going to change to make it more convenient to stream. Hopefully, I don't know.
Suit fully charged. Warning. Dangerously low temperature detected.
Okay, so that boom sound, that's a sample. Ow. Oh yeah, I've been there. Probably, I mean, I'm not gonna sit there and say I know your exact situation, but like, I relatable. I've been in a pretty, I went through a pretty shitty situation last year, which is actually like it leads to some funny stories that I've told before, and I don't mind telling again because it's like I've gotten to therapy, and I've. Oh, to some extent moved on. Whew. Oh, and Hades, thanks for the follow. I didn't even hear the thing go off that you were following. Oh. Alright, we have one more sample to find.
Landing gear retracted.
And also, it looks like I have a decent number of viewers. If you guys are watching, feel free to like pop into chat, say hi. Oh, another sample right there. It was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be.
Landing gear deployed.
Bring it down nice and gentle. Nice and gentle. Feel free to pop in, say hi. I was going to say, oh. If you're like, oh, I don't want to see ads. If you have a Amazon Prime subscription, you can link your Amazon Prime to Twitch, and you can subscribe for free and not see ads. I mean, although I don't think my content is subscription worthy, but whatever. Ugh. I'm a bit of a variety streamer. I play a little bit of... Uh-oh. And my game crashed. Well, later, Parker. I'm going to not send this crash report. My game crashed as I was exiting my ship. Oh, no. Let's, hopefully it'll restart. My phone is still going off with all these freaking Reddit notifications. I post one funny picture and it's like 50 notifications. Oh, and Parker, I'm not done streaming. I'm restarting my game. Oh, I see the issue. I hid the alert box. That's why it's not playing the things. I got like a bunch of follows and I didn't even realize it. Sir Livix? Let me replay that. I had that turned off. I forgot that I had turned it off. Thanks for the follow. Hades also. Let's see if it'll replay. Didn't even realize I had those turned off. Alright. If you're sensitive to loud noises, plug your ears. we go. Yeah, I didn't realize I had turned the alerts off. And I'm like, why am I not getting any alerts? Because I had them turned off. Oh, I don't even have my, oh, because, okay, I see what it is. I also have a different, little oops there. Yeah, well, I think what it was is I was editing this scene, and I had turned off the alert box, so that way I wouldn't accidentally drag that, and I forgot to turn it back on. I also realized because this scene doesn't have my bit goal up right now. But, yeah, it is what it is. Alright. I gotta do this. Oh. Yes, it is a train sub badge because before I started streaming Elite Dangerous, I normally would stream. There we go. I normally would stream train simulations. I primarily stream simulators, so like train sim stuff. Ugh.
Warning. Dangerously low temperature detected.
Where's my mouse pointer? I have lost my in-game or my Twitch chat overlay thingy, and I'm trying to get it back. All right, it's back in the right spot. All right, all right.
Suit fully charged.
I was like, is this a sample? No, it's just one of the lights on my ship. There it is. So, yeah, I usually, like, Mondays, like, yesterday I was streaming Railroader, and then I used to, every Friday, stream a game called Run 8. And then, yesterday I was talking about it. I used to build model trains, and I'm even thinking about rebuilding my model railroad and live streaming that. Got our sample, final sample here, we're good now. I don't know if I'm going to stream, if I'm even going to continue building the model railroad. Like, I got it set up. I have it, so I built this model railroad a couple years ago, and it's been sitting in storage since 2020. And I realized I have room to put it in my apartment. But I don't know if I don't know if I'm happy with where it's at and everything. Like, I got to feel it all out. And I took a bunch of time off the last, like, month and a half. Like, last month I took a week off, and then this month I took basically a week off in one pay period. I took, like, 2 days off one week and another 2 days off another week. And so my pay's going to be really low. It's like, oh, man, it's going to hurt to, like, try and build a model, like, do anything. Alright, let's go ahead and get the ship airborne, and I found my biological signs. I got first footfall.
Landing gear retracted.
Oh, next week's your final week of working your 9 to 5? You what, you getting a new job or you going freelance? Or you're just retiring? Or are you dying?
Frameshift drive charging.
See, I really like my job. I just don't like my current schedule.
2, 1, engage.
Oh, you're on the Street Animals Discord, aren't you, Hades? I think because the name seems familiar. Your name seems familiar. I'm terrible with names. Like if it wasn't written on my own shirt, I'd forget my own name. Well, at least it's written in front of me on my ship.
System scan.
Only one body? I don't know. You're like a car mechanic, right? I think I've seen pictures of. I think I've seen your photos of you working on a car. Ah, yeah. I think I've commented on it about a couple of times. If it wasn't for the fact that I have sports and hobbies that require a fairly large space to transport said items for sports and hobbies, I would love to get a Camaro. There are so many of them in my neighborhood. But like, there's no way in hell I could fit a robot in the trunk of a Camaro. Well, I could fit my Beetle. There's no way I'm fitting Jackpot in there. Hell, I fly RC airplanes and I can barely fit my 2 airplanes in the back of my Patriot. Uh-oh. That's a wall of text. And it's not even, it's like a system error message. Let's see. Alright, let me push some buttons here. Yeah, none like yours. Hey there, I got my chat working again. Yeah, it I don't know. There's probably an update for the software that I'm using to have chat in VR, and I just haven't downloaded it because it's like, well, why download it? It's clearly working. Clearly it's not. Yeah, I have you subscribe, you get a little train next to your name.
Frameshift drive
And
charging.
I mean, I've posted links before in my I've posted links before in the self promote and like other channels of my live stream when I am playing like Train Simulator. I think Rubik's was like all over it the one time I was playing like trains and ended up like not getting any work done on the route I was building, just talking about my hometown and staring at Google Maps. I haven't played VR since I shaved my head, and like the back of my VR headset feels weird every time I take it off.
Fuel scooping.
How far away is that?
scoping complete.
If it ain't broke, don't. If it ain't broke, don't fix it till it's really broken. Yeah. You're also quitting your job because you're moving soon, hopefully. Man, I keep thinking about moving to like another state. Here's what happens. This always happens. I will go and visit another city, and I will realize how much better that city is than Las Vegas, where I live, and go, I want to move to this city. That happened last summer when I went to Austin. I went to Austin, Texas, and like, God damn, I want to move to Austin. This city is great. Probably not cheap to live in. It's also in Texas, and Texas kind of sucks. Then I went to San Jose like 3 weeks ago, and I was like, damn, I kind of like San Jose. Like almost every city I've ever been to in the last 5 years, I've been like, damn, I like this city. I would like to spend more time in it. With the exception of Salt Lake City and LA. There's like 2 cities I don't want to spend any more time in than I absolutely have to. Yeah, I'm not going to bother with that one. That one's too far away.
Frameshift drive charging.
So I've talked about this before on my stream, and I know you're new here, so I'll say it again. And anyone who's heard the story before will just roll their eyes. Almost every single time I've gone to Salt Lake City, something bad has happened, right? So the first time I went for a LARP event, and it was me, my roommate, and his wife at the time, or his wife, and their dog. And it was all of us. We piled in my car. We drove up there. We got up there. We had a good time. Well, we had an okay time. It was my first big LARP event,
Fuel scoping. System scan complete.
and my first time going out of state like that. Since moving to Nevada. No, because I went to LA once with my ex. Anyway, but then we're ready to drive back, and I told my roommate, hey, if somebody else can take your dog, please don't I don't want your dog in my car, because we were driving my car. And he's like, oh, the dog will be fine, and I'm like, okay. The drive back, I was like, I want to sit up front, and his wife's like, well, I really need to sit up front because I'm claustrophobic. And I'm like, okay. So I'm in the back with the dog. We're about 10 minutes into we're not 10 minutes. We're about 45 minutes into the drive back from Salt Lake City to Las Vegas. And it's about a 5-6 hour drive. Dog throws up all over. Just didn't even do the dog thing where it just went. It just looked at me and went all over my lap. And so I had to sit covered in dog vomit all the way back from Salt Lake City. And it was just cold enough we couldn't really roll the windows down, so we're all gagging the whole time. I wasn't happy about it. Then the next time I went to Salt Lake City, I went for it was the same LARP event, but it was a couple years later, and I had a miserable time at the LARP event. It was just I sat there all day long, dressed up, ready to fight, and never got to play any games. I basically just sat on the side of the field, waiting for there to be something to do. There was never anything to do, and I had, on top of that, on top of that, there's this one person there who I had been on and off crushing on, and we had almost hooked up a couple of times, and she shows up, and the first hour that I'm there, she's all over me. And then my roommate at the time, he shows up, and this girl's ex-fiance shows up as well. And immediately she's all over the ex-fiance, clearly manipulating him and putting a lot of stress on his relationship with his wife, or his future wife. And like I'm trying to defuse the situation, and everyone's like giving me shit. And I'm like, you guys, like I understand like what's going on here. I'm trying to help defuse the situation.
Fuel scooping complete.
And eventually I just gave up and told them like, you know what, you guys want to make these mistakes again? Fuck you. And that was the terrible time I had, because I was like, I basically didn't get to fight like I wanted to do, and I got like, I watched my friends have a horrible time with this really manipulative, horrible person that
Frameshift
no longer in our
drive
lives.
charging.
The third time I went to Salt Lake City for a LARP event, it was in like, it was January. I think it was January.
3, 2.
No, it was December. It was December because I had just started my new job, and I was like, oh, I have weekends off. I could totally go to this LARP event. Somebody smashed passenger side window of my car on Saturday night at like 11:30 at night, and it's Salt Lake City, so like everything's closed.
System scan complete.
So there was no like calling SafeLight and getting my window fixed before driving back home to Vegas on Sunday. So we ended up going to like Walmart, and buying a piece of cardboard, or a big piece of poster board, and duct taping that over the passenger side window. It was like me and like 2 other friends in my car.
Fuel scooping complete.
The fourth time I went to Salt Lake City, I went for a robot event, and admittedly, like, this happened before I went to Salt Lake City, but I still blame Salt Lake City for this. I ended up getting COVID.
Frameshift drive charging.
Like, I remember, like, I was feeling a little congested. Like, I had just a little bit of a headache that morning. And then we're getting the car, and we're in the car driving back after the event. And I've got a sore throat.
2, 1.
Like, I had a little bit of a sore throat, and I thought it was just because I've been yelling all day. And then I wake up, I get home, I just kept feeling more and more miserable, and I just chalked it up to being up for like 22 hours straight. So then, like, the next morning, I wake up and I still feel really miserable, and I take a COVID test, and sure enough, I popped positive for COVID. So I'm like, oh, guess I'm sick with COVID again. And I went to Salt Lake City 2 weekends ago.
Fuel
And it's the first time I've gone to Salt Lake City and nothing horrible happened. Well, to be fair, I kind of set myself up for somebody smashing my window. We'd been parked. It was kind of like a shady area, and the outfit I was wearing didn't have a whole lot of pocket space. So I had taken my key ring, and I had taken my car key, just my car key off, but I left my house keys, my office keys, and the little leather strip that has my car logo on it on that key ring, and I had left it. I have a Jeep Patriot, and on the passenger side, there's like a little cubby above the glove box. It's like the snack cubby. I had left the keys right there. And there were some I'd gone out to my car to get something out of my car, and I saw some tweakers. They looked like tweakers, at least, sitting in a car next to mine, like just sitting there hanging out. And I'm like, all right, whatever. And then I went back out like 20 minutes later to get something else out of my car, and their car was gone and the window was smashed. So I'm like, great. It was these tweakers who saw the keys sitting there, assumed that was my other set of car keys, and tried to steal my car. And then when they grabbed them and realized, oh, it was just a house key and an office key, no car key, well, might as well, throw it all, leave.
Frameshift drive charging.
And the window was so smashed, like, I just pulled the glass out. Like, I called the police, but it did a police report and everything, so that way insurance would cover it. But then, like, insurance was like, it's going to be $500 deductible.
Ready to engage.
I'm like, oh well.
3, 2, 1. Engage.
I don't remember where it was that I was at. Like, I could probably go to, like, my Google Maps history and find it, but it was years ago.
System scan complete.
I was in Salt Lake City 2 weekends ago, and I actually parked in a, like, I took my motorcycle when it, like, right when they, just before they had that winter storm. And
Scoping complete.
nobody messed with my bike. My bike was fine, but I was, like, in downtown Salt Lake City. The only thing that I had happen that was weird was, like, I got to the hotel, I got checked in, and then I was like, I don't want to ride my motorcycle anymore. And I found, like, a sports bar that was, like, a mile away, and I'm like, I can walk to this sports bar. So I'm walking to the sports bar. I got my earbuds in, just jamming out to some music, just like, and there's this drunk dude who, like, he's walking, like, the same direction I'm going. Or he's coming, like, down the other sidewalk like this. I'm going this way. And then he turns and is, like, walking next to me. And I'm stopped at one of the stoplights. And I just got my earbuds in. I'm not really paying attention to anything. And, like, he bumps me on the elbow. He's like, yo, bro. And, like, goes to put his hand up for a high five. And I'm like, I don't know this guy. I don't know you.
Shift drive
I'm
charging.
incredibly tired because I worked for, like, 5 hours that day. And then I was on my motorcycle for, like, 8 hours to drive up here. I'm tired. I want to get food. I don't want to interact with any human beings. And I didn't say that, but I was just like, nah, bro, I don't want to. I'm good. And he's like, come on, bro. And I'm like, dude, no, please no. And he's like, fine, whatever. And, like, light goes green, like, to cross the street. And I just, like, speed walking. And the dude's, like, walking with me. And I get to the next, like, light. And it's again.
Scoping.
He comes up to me and he's just standing there. Like, kept getting closer and closer to me, and I'm like, I don't feel comfortable. Luckily, I was packing some heat, so I was like, whatever. If he starts messing with me,
Scoping complete.
he'll have a few fresh holes, but, I think I've jumped sufficiently far that I can, like, maybe scan some of these systems. Watch, the last planet I need to scan is... Oh, nope, it's not. Okay. There's one more somewhere. Oh, it's right there.
System scan complete.
I had not heard about your shitty drive home, mostly because, like, I came home, ate dinner, and went right to streaming. Like, I haven't checked Discord since I got home. Surface pressure, 5 atmospheres. 0.19. I wonder if that's landable. It's close enough. Let's go map this and see if it's landable. I don't think it is, but I mean, if you want to talk about your shitty drive home, I will absolutely read it and talk about it on stream if you're comfortable with that. How long have I been streaming for? An hour and a half, and it's only 9. It's almost 9 o'clock for me. There is a clock right there, but that's like GMT, so it's kind of useless for me. I don't know what the time rate conversion is for that. And there is no setting to change it, unfortunately. Oh, the last time you went to Salt Lake City? I mean, again, if you're willing to share it, I'm willing to read about it. There's a lot that goes on Street Animals Discord that I just kind of like tune. I tune out a lot of the stuff. I'm only active like in the adult channel and like yeah, that's like the only channel I pay attention to. There's just too much noise in the other channels for me to like want to engage in them, especially general. Like generals, gah, too many kids. I've reached that point where I'm like, I don't want to deal with anyone who is,
Surface scan by 50%.
you know, below the age of 21.
Surface scan complete.
I mean, I still do, but I'm like, ugh. Oh, we can't land on it. Let's check out this one. Might be worthwhile. I got a hunch. Got a feeling. Oh. Yeah, I shaved the back of my head and like the side of my hair the other day, and like, oh, you got caught in a tornado. Oh, damn. Oh, and I'm peeking really bad. I'm sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go. So I shaved the back of my head the other day, and like the back part of my VR headset right here, just the way it bites into the freshly shaven hair, it makes it feel like it's stuck. Yeah, you got caught in a tornado. So, funny story, because that's all I am is funny stories. I almost died in a tornado in a porta-john. Well, Alex, the last couple weeks I've been streaming on Tuesdays. And I've said this earlier, like my work schedule is probably going to be changing, and I'm probably going to be streaming in the evenings more often once my work schedule changes. Like, I don't know when it's going to change, but like I was talking to my boss the other day. Normally I work till 8:30 on Wednesdays. And he's like, "Hey, on this date in like 2 or 3 weeks, can you stay for the show till 8:30?" I'm like, "That's a Wednesday, right?" He's like, "Yeah." I'm normally here up to 8:30, and he's like, "Well, I'm hoping to have your schedule changed before then, so I want to make sure that like you could be flexible enough." I'm like, "Dude, I told you this before. I'm super flexible. Just give me like a week notice, and I'll pop on. I'll come in." Yeah, I was streaming yesterday too, Alex, but you were out doing your own thing. Slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down. It sounds like a shoe. So I used to go to the county fair all the time. This is back when I lived in Michigan, and almost every year during the county fair there would be like that one big storm, and the safest place to go for the area that the county fair because I actually camped at the county fair, the safest area for me to go was the
Surface scan by 50%.
the horse barn. So like the tornado sirens are going off, and they're like, "Oh, we need everyone to go to the horse barn for safety. Make sure you're safe. Go to the horse barn." Blah 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 blah. I'm like, okay, whatever. I start walking to the horse barn, and I'm like, man, I really have to go to the bathroom. Like, I gotta pee right now. Because I've been drinking water all day. And so I'm walking towards the barn, and there's a porta-john, like, halfway between where I'm at and the barn. So I go in the porta-john.
Surface scan complete.
Take care of business. Right. And, man, my hunch was off. Take care of business, and then I move on, or I go to, like, leave. But at this point, like, the tornado is, because there was actually a tornado, like, just the other side of the street from where we were at. It was so windy, and the wind was blowing in the direction that the door opened. So I'm trying to push the door open, and I can't because the wind is pushing the door closed harder than I can push it open. And the porta-john is, like, shaking and rocking, and I'm like, this is it. This is how I die. In a porta potty by a tornado. And, like, I gave it, like, one last shove. Like, I put my foot on the wall, threw my whole shoulder into it, got the door open enough that I was able to, like, squeeze out, and then almost got blown over by the wind. Made it to the barn, got inside, and everyone's like, where were you? And I was like, I had to pee. Well, you could have just peed in here with all of us. I'm like, yeah, I'm not whipping my dick out in front of a bunch of kids. Mind you, I was also a child at the time, but, like, I was a teenager. Don't remind me of our shitty weather here.
Fuel scooping.
I'm like, I want to find a system that has a planet that has something decent. But yeah, I was like, yeah, I didn't want to like be in the.
Scooping complete.
I had to go to the bathroom. Leave me alone about it. Yeah, I grew up in Michigan, and we had tornadoes periodically. Like, my brother got pretty lucky because his elementary school got wiped out by a tornado, but it was like the tornado came through at like 10 o'clock, and it was weird because it was only like 10 miles from where we were at, but we were at like where I lived. We were at the very edge of the storm, so it was clear skies above us, but we could see this thick black wall of clouds, and we could see all the lightning, and it looked like fireworks being set off, and we were just sitting there watching it for like an hour, and we could hear the tornado sirens off in the distance, and we're like, oh man. And then, like, the next day, my mom gets an email saying that my brother didn't have to go to school because it got taken out. Like, half the school got wrecked by a tornado. Luckily, because it was late enough at night, like, nobody was in the building. The building was locked up. But, like, he was out of school for a couple of days while they figured out what they were going to do. And then, like, he ended up having to go to a different school in the district. Because our district had, like, 12 different elementary schools. They ended up taking that one elementary school and splitting everybody up into 3 different schools. I don't got a good feeling about this planet, but we'll never know. We never know. Fire some probes at it. 4 probes for efficiency bonus. Just 1, 2, 3. Yeah, tornado. Oh, damn. Yeah, tornado stopped right before the house I was at. Not too bad, but ripped the windows out of the neighboring houses.
Surface scan by 50%.
I went to Kentucky like when I was in middle school. Like we took a family trip to Kentucky, and we were camping. And we went to an amusement park. And partway through the day, the amusement park like let out a warning that like, hey, bad weather, we're shutting all the roller coasters down for a little bit. And it was just super heavy downpour. It was hot. So like it felt nice to have nice cool wearing. Yeah, I'm not getting efficiency bonus here. But like we're like, damn, that's pretty rainy. The rain let up, everything started to dry out, we went back in the roller coasters, and then we left for the day. Like at night, and we got back to our campground, and a tornado had gone through the campground we were staying at.
Surface scan complete.
No biological signs. Womp womp. It had gone through the campground and it had knocked over a couple of campers and even damaged some. It was like a small one, so it wasn't like major damage. Knocked down some trees, rolled over a couple of campers. The only thing it did to ours is we had like a big RV. And like it folded up our awning,
Frameshift
broke our
drive
awning.
charging.
Let's explore. Yeah, we're exploring. This is a deep. So, whirlwind. We're talking about tornadoes, and Whirlwind Hunter shows up.
Ready to engage.
I'm refollowing the Distant Worlds 2 expedition. I'm calling this Distant Worlds 2.5. I'm following the same waypoints, but I'm taking my time. There's no rush to get to the waypoints at any particular speed. You're a storm spotter. We were talking about tornadoes, and your tornado sense started tingling.
System scan complete. Fuel scoping.
But yeah, I'm following the Distant Worlds 2 expedition. Basically, it's a xenobiology run. I want to collect as much xenobiology data in-game as I can. I don't think I could ever do... Like, storm chasing looks like it's a lot of fun.
Fuel scope disengaged.
But it's one of those things that I would just... I love watching it from the outside. Like, I like finding people doing that and going, oh, cool, awesome.
Frameshift drive charging.
Even though I got a smidgen of the TISM, and I actually took a meteorology class in high school, and I did really well at it. Like, my teacher was like, damn, you were good at this. I'm like, yeah.
2, 1, engage.
The problem is there's so many things that I think are cool that I would love to try. Not enough time, not enough money.
Fuel scoping.
Oh, you don't chase them, but you took the National Weather... I'm assuming NWS's National Weather Service storm spotting course. Recommend everyone take the course. They're free each spring. Huh. I assume you say lied. That particular lied you used is the term... is the lied as in, I lied on my resume. Oh, I guess that might also be the same. I'm horrible. English was not a good course for me, so maybe it's the same as, like, lying down. You've lied through 4 tornadoes.
Fuel scoping complete.
Tornadoes are, like, cool and scary at the same time. Lived through 4 tornadoes. I haven't actually ever kept count of how many, like, times I've been, like, in very close proximity to a tornado happening. Like, there was a time I was in Kentucky. There was a time it took out my brother's school. There was a time at the county fair. There was another time that one started to form, like, right above my house. The wind was whirling around, like, you could start to see the spiral and the funnel cloud up there, but, like, it never touched down. Is there anything worthwhile in this system? Not really.
Frameshift drive
I'm 8 years. That's the most I've had in a long time.
Fuel scoping. Fuel scoping complete.
Scan the system real quick, see if there's anything worthwhile here.
System scan complete.
Even just doing that system scan does get me plenty of exploration data, but we're really looking for that xenobiology data, and there's not really anything landable. They're very far away. I have about 50 more jumps until we reach waypoint 2. Well, Hades, thanks for dropping by. Thanks for the follow. Thanks for the sub. Get some sleep. And check out the next time I stream, which I don't know when it'll be. It'll probably be... I might do Friday night since we don't have a Friday show. So I might do a short Friday stream.
Frameshift drive charging.
And if we don't, then probably a Monday stream. If I don't stream Friday, it'll probably be... Monday will be my next day. Seems like Tuesdays and Mondays and Tuesdays have been the days I've been streaming. Sometimes Sunday night. Maybe Sunday. We'll see. I don't have a fixed schedule yet. I will probably, once my work schedule stabilizes, get a fixed schedule.
Fuel scoping. System scan complete.
I'm trying to keep consistent with at least Mondays and Tuesday, or at least Tuesdays. Like Tuesdays at 7 o'clock. 7 p.m. Pacific. I'm looking at it, it's like, I have 8 viewers. Yay! That's the most I've had since I was at RoboGames, where I had 70.
Fuel scoping complete. Frameshift drive charging.
I need a tissue. My nose is running. Ugh. But I'm worried if I take my headset off for more than like 30 seconds, it'll disconnect from Steam VR and I'll have to restart everything.
3, 2, 1. Engage.
Yeah, if you're tuning in, feel free to say hi and chat. I do have chat here, and I try and pay attention to it as much as I can. If you are enjoying watching me fly around as like a madman in a spaceship in deep space, and you want to see me slowly lose my mind and succumb to space madness, Go ahead and leave a follow here on Twitch. If you're watching this on YouTube after the fact, come over into my Twitch channel. On Tuesdays, I play Elite Dangerous in VR. And as I've said a couple times, I'm going to try and get a more consistent schedule up and running.
Complete.
Hopefully by the end of this month, maybe? I don't know.
Frameshift drive charging.
I do tend to play mostly simulator games, so like play this, play some train sim stuff, play some truck sims, race sims, other flight sims. 10 bodies. Hopefully there's something decent here. Whoa, what is this? Yeah, that's not landable. 21 atmospheres. Surface to 1,000 Kelvin.
Fuel scoping complete.
I kind of want to be lazy and find something that's close to parent star to land on.
Frameshift drive charging.
That took longer than normal.
Fuel scoping. System scan complete. Fuel scoping complete. Frameshift drive charging.
We're just in that jump, scoop, scan state. Nice little flow. I'm a little tired. Oh. There's...
Frameshift drive charging.
Oh, we gotta follow? Oh, Rowan! Thanks for the follow. It doesn't show me the alert that you followed in that... Okay. I have to, like, actually, like, pull my headset up and look. Your Mine Simulator and Farm Simulator. I have Farm Sim 2020, and I even was for a short while running my own Farm Sim 2020 server. I haven't bothered setting it back up since I moved. I've been having issues with port forwarding, so I don't know if I'd even be able to get it functioning. like, I know how to port forward. Port forward is just being a bitch.
System scan complete.
Okay, this is one of those rare times where I find a system where nothing has been scanned. Like, someone came into this star system and went, yeah, whatever. So this planet, not only have I discovered it first, I'm going to map it first, I'm going to land on it first, and I'm going to walk on it first. I don't care if it doesn't have any biological signs. I want that first footfall bonus. We don't know if it has biological signs yet or not because I haven't scanned it, but we'll find out. Yeah, I play like Flight Sim. I bounce back and forth between playing Run 8, Trains, and Railroader for my like train sim stuff. I do DCS, but I don't stream it. I played Truck Sim on stream. I think I've done Farm Sim on stream before. And if I could ever get it to work, I also do some IRL streaming where I strap my GoPro to the helmet of my motorcycle and ride around places. I also sometimes dabble in sim racing. Gravity well. There's the planet. Can't see it because it's dark. It's just this dark, looming orb. Let's see how these probes do.
Surface scan by 50%.
You have a buddy who also streams Farm Sim, and he's a real farmer, streams planting and harvesting soybeans. That's cool.
Surface scan.
Biological signs! One biological. Cool. So we don't have to worry about too much. I'm gonna go back and I have to switch to combat mode so that way I can see the brighter part of this planet to land on it. Because this is a brown dwarf that this thing is orbiting, it doesn't have a whole lot of light, so I want to make sure I'm landing on like the day side of it. The day side. And I want to land somewhere in all this blue. That's where all the biological signs are. So I think if I aim that kind of flat spot straight ahead,
Orbital flight engaged.
looks like it's bright enough there. Night vision coming online. Yeah, I think if I land, if I aim maybe a little further down. Like right there looks pretty smooth, but I think if I go a little past this rock outcropping, closer to that. Oh, just the other side of that crater. I think maybe if we get the other side of that crater, we'll have plenty of light from the parent star. I just don't like how dark they are. Like, there's not enough light. What's really nice about the Distant Worlds expedition is you find, at least if you took it, you find so many cool systems. Alright, glide mode engaged. Headlights coming on. This is almost a full G planet. We're at 0.45 G at 7 kilometers. 4 kilometers. Dropping. We're now in free flight. First, I want to look for a more flat area before I start actually scanning for the signs. I have found about a dozen or so Earth-like worlds during the Distant Worlds expedition. It was really cool to see and find. And I know there's like so many. There's a bunch of systems out there now that have my name on them. A couple of them, like there's one that I keep tabs on because I want to revisit it during this expedition that I'm doing, and like no one else has been to it since I have, which sucks because I don't get the. It hasn't been verified that it exists. Like no one's verified my discoveries. But also it means no one else has landed on it since I found it. So I'll get first footfall on a system that I 100% discovered myself. So I'm using a combination of forward thrust and vertical thrust to basically get the ship to fly nose down. It's like reverse high alpha. And I'm keeping the altitude pretty high for the moment until I find like a flatter area that I think might be a good spot to look for these biological signs. It didn't tell me what the biological sign was, so I don't know if I'm looking for like a plant or a brown smear on the ground. As long as I don't become a brown smear on the ground, I think I'm good though. I don't have a fleet carrier, but the goal is to make enough money through xenobiology and just exploration on this run, because it'll be billions of credits, hopefully, to buy a fleet carrier of my own. Apparently one person I was talking to, he did to Beagle Point and back xenobiology, and he has like enough money to keep his fleet carrier functioning for like 4 or 5 years. And this is getting really rocky here. I don't think I'm going to find anything noteworthy over here. This is rocks. I want to get a flick here, and I want to name it after the Millennium Fandom Bar. Yeah, here's what I can do. What the One biological, but it's not showing it to me. Oh, and I am on the dark side of this planet. There's even more light over here. Nope. I'm gonna have to check that out if it's on my right way to Beagle Point. Which way do I need to head to go to the light? Why am I on the bright side of it? Okay. I hate how I can't see the heat map for biological signs at this with when you are on the surface like that. Oh, I almost wrecked her. You're coming down. I just wanna get out for a second. And see if I can scan.
Landing gear deployed.
I can't tell if this is something right here or not. That looks like a plant. I can't tell if that's plant or rocks. It was the Odyssey that allowed you to start walking on the surface, and that's how you get the first footfall. Drop out in the SRV.
Low gravity warning. Drive assist off.
I'm probably not gonna find anything, but
Suit fully charged.
first footfall, yay! Oh, I'm pointing.
Extremely low temperature detected.
Nope, I just threw a grenade.
Shield activated. Shield deactivated.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything worthwhile. Oh, you're saying how long you discovered this? Okay. I got first footfall. I also got first grenade throw on this planet. But I'm not seeing any... I don't know what the biological sign is, and I'm not seeing it. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hello.
Ship dismissed.
No! Okay.
Cargo scoop deployed.
I wanted my cargo scoop, not my ship's position. Let's do a little surface mining while we're here, I guess. Ooh, chrome. No, my inventory's full. got some big pings over this way. You guys see that on my scope? Like, I'm getting something big up here. It's probably nothing. We're going down a... driving into a crater. It's probably nothing, but still. I'm gonna go check it out. I want to see what this thing is. Like that's a weird signal to see. And the fact that it's like, it comes and goes is even weirder. And I'm not even looking for the biological signs anymore. I'm just like, what is this thing on my scope? I'm just going nice and slow so I don't lose this signal. I could just be chasing nothing, too. Like, normally I've seen this signal pop up, and then it's usually nothing. Like, it disappears. But the fact that I'm driving towards it and it's not disappearing, and it's not resolving to anything, makes it weird. Ugh, excuse me. now it's gone. Oh, no, it's there. It may just be distant, like, signals that when they resolve become lower, like, lower hits. Seeing this is an icy body, most likely any biological signal I'm going to see is going to be like a bacteria. This is going to be like a brown patch somewhere. But I'm not really going to see anything ground level in the SRV. I wonder if that's what that is that's the biological signal being picked up on the scanner. And when it disappears, I'm close enough to it that I can scan it with my scanning tool, my sampler. Ugh. I think I've driven the entire edge of this crater. That signal's getting really strong. I wonder if that's if that's finding the biological signal and letting me know that I'm getting close to it. If it is, that's sweet, and then I know how to find that. Plot twist. It's another SRV driving around on the planet, and I'm just chasing him. retrace my steps a little bit, back up. I'm just like, I'm trying to find this biological signal and I don't know where it is.
Drive assist off. Cargo scoop retracted.
Warning. Extremely low temperature detected.
No, nothing here. Okay, I gotta take this off for a second. Oh. Alright, give me just a minute. Because my nose is getting to the point where I'm uncomfortable here. Oh, you son of a bitch. Okay. Like, I took my headset off for, like, just long enough to go get a tissue. And it disconnected from Steam Link. Let's try to find a flat enough spot that I can call my ship back.
Drive assist off. Drive assist on.
Cool.
Cargo scoop deployed. Ship recalled. Cargo scoop retracted.
Let's see where my ship lands. It's pretty uneven terrain here. It might not be able to find a spot to land. ramp this thing up the side of a mountain. This RV's fun to drive. It's. I want to try the new one, but I haven't been able to find a shop in game that sells them.
Drive assist off.
Oh, my ship took damage landing here. That's great.
Landing gear retracted.
Excuse me. You have 39 biologicals, you found 36. Not a bad night. Actually, that's
Frameshift
pretty
drive
good.
charging.
I have one and I can't find it. I can't find even one of them. So I'm gonna jump and see if I can maybe fly to a different part of the planet. Ugh. No, I don't want orbital cruise. I want to stay in orbital cruise. I was trying to fly up a little higher and see if I could find like a flat spot. Or a flatter area. And like double check the scan to make sure I'm even in an area that's a hot spot for biologicals, which this whole planet was glowing, so I should be able to find something. God damn it, I hit reverse and like didn't reverse. That was my fault. I forgot I have to hold the reverse button for the ship to reverse. There's gotta be something out here. Find a flatter area. I don't like this, how hilly this is, and probably not a good region. See, if there's anything, I don't think it's going to be here. Well, maybe here. Maybe this is flat enough that something's here. See, I have the night vision on, and I keep seeing things that look like rock, or that stand out because they look weird, and it's just rock. But I have to have the night vision on so I can see what the lights don't illuminate, so I don't like crash into something.
Landing gear deployed.
something that looks. I want to check. Something I just want to look at. Just want to look at.
Warning. Extremely low temperature detected. Suit fully charged.
Oh, I found one. It's completely invisible. It's the same color as the rest of the ground. It's blue bacterium on a blue planet. How am I supposed to even see that? How? Holy shit. Okay, okay. It's right there. How the hell am I supposed to see that? How the hell are you supposed to see that? That's the same color as the rest of the ground. Oh god, this one's gonna be a pain. I'm just gonna have to fly and land in random flat spots and just run around scanning.
Landing gear retracted. Landing gear deployed.
So yeah, that's what we're gonna have to do. This one's gonna be tricky. I'm just gonna have to land. Oh, what the hell? Might have to find a space station soon. I'm beating my ship up on one planet. I think my ship still had like 70% hull when I landed from Distant Worlds 2.
Warning. Extremely low temperature detected.
So I'm just gonna have to run on the surface of the planet. Run the scanner a few times. Till I find something. This one's gonna suck. A rock. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything. This is getting frustrating. Oh, I hear it. Aye, there it is. I'm like, I want to put like, I want to throw a grenade right there. To markets, but I'm out of grenades. One more. Again, that's one that's like, I can't see it.
Landing gear retracted.
You know what, I'm gonna check this spot. I wonder if this is the same spot I already did. It'd be hilarious if this is the spot I was already at.
Landing gear deployed.
Warning. Extremely low temperature detected.
Like, I thought I heard a ping. Couldn't tell if it was music or a ping. first system I go to next has 2 moons and 4 bios each way. May not get back to the bubble tonight if this keeps up. Yeah. I keep eating up my ship. I'm gonna have to like check and see where the nearest fleet carrier or station is and divert to that to get my ship fixed. I have an AMF or AM. I have 2 AMFUs, so I can auto field maintenance units. Yeah. So I can fix my ship. Or I can fix, like, the modules. I just don't have any way of fixing the hull. This landing site seems to be a dud. I want to find this last one and then... We found it. It's like, I want to find this last one and then call it a night. What I want to do, though, is I'm going to throw a grenade down next to us. I'm going to get my ship and I'm going to fly and see if I can see this. How far out am I? I'm quite a ways out there. I'm a... Last I looked... So I'm refollowing the Distant Worlds 2 path. And I'm on my way to Waypoint 2. And I think we're about 50 jumps away from Waypoint 2. I have all the waypoints from Distant Worlds 2 saved. So I said, you know what? I want to do a xenobiology run. And you know what? Let's just, while we're at it, like, double elite exploration, I guess. And this planet, like, there's bacterium samples that I'm finding, but they're the same color as the ground. So I was heading of 130 if I 180. Is there no daylight on that moon planet? No, because it's a brown dwarf. This is like the noon side of the planet. All right, let me just lift up. I bash the ship around a lot on this planet, and I'm not happy about it. I'm usually really gentle with my ship, and I lost a significant amount of Hull.
Landing gear retracted.
Yeah, this is. There's. I think that's the pockmark from my card. Like, I can't see. There's no way I could see that. Oh. Well, I'm only going 3 hours. It is 10:30.
Landing gear deployed.
Not the longest time I've spent in VR. A couple months ago, I played this game for like 8 hours in VR. I've got 45 jumps left to Waypoint 2 on the Distant Worlds 2 expedition, so... I do think I'm going to call it a night. I do have work tomorrow, but not until later in the day. Oh yeah, I'm going to wait to take that off. Like I said before, like I shaved the back of my head, and like the strap for my VR headset is like velcroing to the little prickly bits of my hair. I'll probably be streaming again later this week. I can't give a solid date or time. Most likely Friday I might stream some for a short stream on Friday. Don't know what I'll be playing. But if you like what you see, if you enjoyed hanging out here, thanks for being here. Do the whole follow on Twitch thing. I will catch you guys in the next one, which will... I don't want to say yes, I'm going to be streaming Friday, but most likely I'll be streaming... I'm going to try and stream Friday, so like 50-50, either I do or I don't. Anyways, thanks for being here. I will catch you guys all... I'll catch you guys all in the next one. I'm going to take a break, clean up my VR headset. It's a little sweaty. Blow out my nose, and unwind for the night. 3-hour stream I think is a decent amount of time. I'd love to do longer, but work and tired. So, laters.